Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Just before I start, I live by a high school. And so every morning when I leave my neighborhood, I see all the high school kids walking to school. And I can't help but think of Alex Vargas. And I know his mom thinks about him every single day. And I know our detectives have thought about him every single day. On December 18th, 2018, 15-year-old Alejandro Alex Vargas Martinez was walking to Boone High School like he did every single day, just like all these high school kids we see every single day, on his phone, talking to his mom when he was robbed and shot and left to die in the street. So we've asked you here today because we're announcing that through collaboration with State Attorney's Office and the statewide prosecutor's office, we have made an arrest in this case. So DeAndre Florence, who has been a suspect in this case from the very beginning, has been arrested on multiple charges to include first-degree felony murder, racketeering, and robbery. That arrest followed a grand jury indictment that concluded this Tuesday. So this case took a lot of twists and turns in the nearly 5 years since Alex was killed. And I know, obviously, his mom and his family have never forgotten about this case, but our detectives have never forgotten about this case. They work so hard and never forget about these kids who are taken from us in gun violence. So I especially want to thank Detective Brian Savelli, who worked tirelessly on this case to bring um, some measure of justice to Alex's mom and the rest of the family. And again, we can't imagine the pain and suffering that they have gone through losing a 15-year-old high school student to gun violence. So, but we do hope this arrest has brought just a small measure of justice to their family. So this time I'm going to invite State Attorney Andrew Bain to the mic to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Today, we are finally on the path for Alex. After the grand jury returned a first-degree murder indictment against DeAndre Florence. My office stands united with the Sheriff's Office and the Attorney General's Office in holding Mr. Florence accountable for this tragic incident. Alex was only 15 years old. He was a son, a sibling, a bright student with a bright future. And his life was innocently cut down by gun violence. Alex's family deserves justice. Alex deserves justice. Alex's family deserves justice after their hearts were torn out and their hearts were broken in this loss. It is our moral and statutory responsibility and obligation to ensure that those responsible for this heinous crime are held accountable for their actions. I'd like to commend the Orange County Sheriff's Office and particularly Detective Brian Savelli for the unwavering dedication and efforts in investigating this incident. Their commitment to seeking the truth and ensuring that justice is served is nothing shorter than remarkable. Since I took office a few months ago, my office and The Sheriff's Office and the Attorney General's Office have been working hand in hand to make sure that this day was going to happen. By having this case prosecuted at the state level, we're able to add racketeering to the charge and hold these people accountable for this criminal enterprise that took Alex's life. I have cross-sworn the statewide prosecutors in this case so that they can operate here in Orange County in seeking justice for Alex. This collaboration is a testament to our collective determination to bring closure to Alex's family and our community. We will continue to work together with the Orange County Sheriff's Office and with the statewide prosecution's office to make sure that justice is served. And I'd like to invite Detective Savelli to give you all an update.
Thank you, sir. As you guys know, Alex was murdered December 18th, 2018, walking to school. It's not every day that the homicide unit investigates a 16-year-old walking to school. And I'm pleased to say that we've worked with the family hand in hand since day one, and we'll continue to be there for them through the court process, and we look forward to that. Ms. Dolka has prepared a statement, and she would like to talk about Alex.
Thank you. Good morning. First thing first, to God be the glory. Without him, nothing is possible. These 5 years has been very hard for us. We think about Ale every single day. We talk about Ale every single day. There's not one day that passed that we don't mention Ale in our house. Losing a loved one is very painful, extremely painful, especially the way we lost Ale. They say that time heals, but to be honest, it does not. It's just a patch to a broken heart. We just have to live with it. We never lost faith that this day was going to arrive. We know that the truth is more powerful than anything, and we know that justice was on its way to be served. Thank you, Sheriff Mina and Detective Savelli, for not giving up on us and not giving up on Alice in this case. We look forward to be there throughout the process. Thank you.
All right, so that's the end of our formal comments, but we'd be happy to take any questions.
Sure. So Lawrence has been a suspect in this for years. So can you talk about what was the holdup on filing these charges and what was the final straw?
Well, I'll let Detective Savelli talk about the specifics of it, but I did want to add that a short time ago, we did learn that the Attorney General's office had formed a cold case unit to look at older homicides. This was one of the cases that we presented to them, and it was their suggestion that we go for racketeering charges through the statewide prosecutor's office.
Sure, and as you can imagine, throughout the 5 years, there's been 9 crimes that we were able to link. So that takes a little time to piece together and actually prepare a decent case. So although he's been a main suspect for years, it takes time to piece forensics, interviews, and things of that nature together to come up with a good case.
The sheriff mentioned some of the twists and turns in this case over the 5 years. Is there like some highlights that you can give us that will like main points, breaking points?
No, not at this point. It's just been ongoing for years. And so with forensics, digital evidence, and interviews throughout the years, we were able to piece it together finally.
How did the racketeering angle come into this as, an aspect that you prosecute?
Like the sheriff said, through the office of statewide the prosecutor's office, working together with them.
Can you talk about the other crimes that are linked to this so that we can start to get a wider picture of what else is going on?
Sure. So as we, I think a couple years ago, we talked about the death of Denham Williams, who was his partner in crime, I guess you could say, for all these crimes. So we have that. We had a robbery and a couple commercial burglaries, along with some grand thefts of automobiles that they were using to facilitate their crimes.
Are there more or less coming?
Potentially.
The racketeering aspect would be the stolen cell phone operation.
It's working together as an organized crime, correct? So all of them put together.
List out for us, just to get a big picture of what's going on here, like some of the other players and what kind of operation they were running here that, that Alex unfortunately got caught off kind of in the middle of?
Well, Alex was a victim of a robbery that turned deadly. And so did Denham Williams was a victim of a robbery, but he was just on the other end of it, right? And so, as you can imagine, robberies, commercial burglaries, stolen vehicles, things of that nature, they formulated an organized crime, and that's what the Office of the Statewide Prosecutors put together for us.
This day and age, in 5 years ago, everybody has a cell phone. Who robs a kid or one when they're walking down the street? How do they do that?
That I can't answer for you right now. I can't reason why people kill anybody for any reason, let alone a cell phone. So, that's unimaginable to me. So I actually don't have an answer for you on that. Who knows?
For the other crimes that you mentioned, were they also robbing people, or was it mostly like empty cars and empty buildings? Were there other violent crimes like this?
There's persons robberies, there's commercial burglaries. So it's a wide variety of crimes.
Was this all just in Orange County, or did it stretch across other parts of the state?
It went into Seminole as well.
The weapon that was used in the homicide, has that been recovered?
It has not.
At one time, wasn't there, thought it was thrown into a lake?
Yes, sir.
And so it's never been found.
Never been found.
Was that one of the big hangups as far as why charges didn't get found?
I don't know if you would say that's a big hang up, but that was one of the things we were trying to work through.